Well, hello again. This is a follow-up to that VEVOR ordering video I did, where I was having trouble ordering my VEVOR equipment. Anyhow, with a few emails backwards and forwards with VEVOR, I found out that all I needed to do with a house number was put 0 at the start of the address and then put my address in, and that would be good enough. So I did that. I ordered the 250 amp MIG welder, the Pro model, 5-in-1, and a welding blanket. They arrived today, so I've got them. Thanks VEVOR. So there's the MIG welder sitting on my homemade trolley, which works perfectly, by the way. Made for practically nothing out of some scraps of metal and a little bit of wood. I've had that donkey's years, about 20 years now. Welding helmet down the bottom there. Space on the back for the gas bottle, which I'll be getting tomorrow. So, the welder itself, it seems fine. There's no dents, everything looks in order. The MIG gun came obviously with it. I've already changed that to a 0.8 welding tip, because that's all I need is a 0.8 welding wire. I'm not going to use the welding wire that came with it, because it's shielded gas wire. It has its own, it's flux cord welding wire. I don't like flux cord welding wire. I know there's loads of people out there showing you how to weld with it, but I think it's crap. And I'm sure that any professional welder that uses it and says it's absolutely great, no problem, as soon as they finish the video they go back to their gas welding. So I wouldn't pay a lot of attention to what a lot of people say. Anyway, I did notice on a lot of the reviews that I looked at, they were moaning about not getting a V-grooved roller for the welding wire. Well, they do supply quite a few. They supply 3, and it comes with one already in it. The one that's already in it is for the gas, for the flux cord wire, 0.8 one side and 1mm the other. And then they give you 3 spare ones, one exactly the same as what's already in the machine. You also get a V-grooved one, which I've put in, and you get a U-grooved one. So you come with 3 rollers. Now, of course, they do say that the rollers that are supplied are not much cop, but I'll find that out tomorrow. The welding clamp that comes with the machine for your stick welding is just a generic clamp. Opens up, you put your stick into it. I've changed mine. That was the first thing I did actually, was change mine to the screw top. You just turn the top and it locks it in automatically, the welding rod. I much prefer that one, it's a nicer one. So I change that immediately, and this will go into the drawer for spare parts. Air hose, bog standard typical air hose. I'll take that down with me to the welding shop where I get my gas bottle and regulator, make sure that all matches up with everything. And I'll also be buying a flow meter, and we'll be looking at the flow rates to see if they actually match up with what the manual says, which is 5 litres per minute. Seems a bit low, but I'll find that out tomorrow. Also comes with 2 spare 1mm tips and 0.8 tips. So you're okay as far as tips are concerned. And you obviously get your little tool to undo them. And it comes with 2 hose clamps. I'm currently reading this manual just to have a look at it, just to go through, make sure there's nothing that I'm going to miss. Inside the machine there's instructions for you. telling you what size wire it'll hold. There's the roller system. You just undo this, undo it off, change the roller, and do it back up. Obviously you have to knock this down first to lift it up. One thing I do want to mention about this MIG welding torch is that the shroud, this part, I wanted to take it off to change the 1mm tip for a 0.8, and normally I would just pull them and unscrew that like that, but this didn't want to do that. It didn't want to come off that way, which I thought was odd. And so after having a little look at it, it's like you were screwing on and pulling and it comes off, and then you just undo with the tool on the end here to release the tightness, take it off and put your new one on, and then the shroud just goes on and you screw it back on. It's unusual to actually do a screw in as you pull, but that's the way it works. So don't try and do it as if you were unscrewing something and pulling. It doesn't seem to want to do that. And of course, once you put your shroud on, make sure that it's centralized with the tip. Well, as centrally you can get it. Okay. There's another thing that I should mention, is that the plug that it comes with, well, that's crap. That's no use for the EU. Not for Ireland anyway, where we have 3-pin plugs. So I'll be removing that by cutting it off, and I shall be putting on one of these. So all in all, the experience has been good so far. I've yet to try the welder out, as I've already said, but I will be doing another video showing you what I think of it. I don't do any of these YouTube videos to make money or to try and monetize myself. I just do them for a bit of fun, really. I know a lot of you out there don't like pressing that little like button, you meatheads. What's the matter with you? Is your fingers hurting or something? But I'm doing this just for giving some people a little bit of advice or showing them what I think of it. I've been welding for approximately a long time, 40 odd years. I don't call myself a professional. I just call myself someone who uses tools and has a good idea of how to use them. I normally weld thin sheet metal from the bodywork game and chassis, etc. But I have done a lot of welding on the thicker steel as well. So, and I've used stick welding, which I don't really like stick welding, to be honest with you, but I can do it. It's just one of them things. You either like it or you don't. Anyhow, that's this video over and done with, so you can bugger off to your cup of tea or your pint now, or back to your girlfriend or partner or whatever you do over there. Anyway, see you next time.